Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This week I wanted to talk to you guys about maintaining routines with ADHD. So with ADHD, maintaining routines can be difficult. Part of that is that kind of strict consistency is really helpful. It helps when you're having a scattered brain or you have trouble starting and stopping things to have that set routine, but it can also be really boring. And ADHD brains are interest-based systems. And so when you get bored of this monotonous routine, it can be really difficult to keep it, even as much as it's helping you. So here are a few things that I do to help myself stay in a routine without setting myself up for failure. So the first thing I do is I try to make a routine loose and flexible. So just because I have a routine doesn't mean it's exactly the same every single day. I have a general order in which I do things, but that doesn't mean I know minute to minute what I'll be doing. Some days I'm out of my room heading downstairs to grab breakfast by 8 a.m., some days by 9, some days by 10:30 or 11. And as long as, I don't have other things that correlate or, have to be done by a certain time, then I let my morning routine kind of just go based on how I'm feeling that day. Some days I am a little sluggish and I want to take my time, and when I don't have something I have to get to, then I let myself take that. And I have my general sense of what my morning routine looks like, but I let it take as long as it needs for me to take. For example, this morning I woke up with some back pain, and so before I went ahead and did my skincare, I just sat in bed for a while longer and relaxed a little more because that's what I wanted to do this morning. So I still did everything in the order that I'm used to, but there's that flexibility so that as things come up, whether it be something I need to do early in the morning or I'm having a slow day, whatever it is, I still have my routine, but it's not strict in the sense that I'm doing the exact same thing minute to minute every single day. The next thing that I try to do is adjust my routine when I'm starting to get bored with it. If I notice that I'm having trouble getting through a routine, be it my morning routine or my day routine or my night routine or any kind of different routine that I'm using, if I'm feeling bored and can't get through it, I'll switch it up. Whether that's just switching up the order in which I do things or adding something, taking something away, things like that, or even just changing the way I do something. That can really help me feel not stuck in a routine and feel like I can work with it as my brain needs. So I definitely recommend trying to switch it up, change things around in whatever way works for you if you start to feel bored and trapped in a routine. Another thing that can be a really big struggle is that ADHD brains can really struggle a lot with memory and working memory and short-term memory and that kind of stuff. So sometimes what can really be difficult for me is that I'll forget things in my routine, I'll forget things I need to do. So what I've learned to do is write down everything I need to do. What works for me, I've talked about it before, is I use my notes app on my phone. I've also used one of the planners, the paper planners. For Hanukkah, I got one of the reusable notebooks. Here, I'll show you one of these where you can write in it and then save everything and then just erase it all and start over. I'm excited to kind of get used to that. Some people really like to have a whiteboard where they write things down. I've seen people have, I think it's How to ADHD I saw once. I'll try to find the picture, but she had this more intricate setup on her whiteboard that showed the different things her and her partner needed to get done, different ways to categorize them, all sorts of things, and it looked really helpful. So different kinds of things. So for example, I'm used to, at this point, going to look at my notes app when I need to. But if out of sight, out of mind, you won't even remember to do that, get a whiteboard where it's right in front of you. You have to look at it every day. I added a widget on my phone, my home screen, of my notes app, so I remember to keep checking it. So, and making new ones every day. So something where it'll help you continuously remember. So before I was set with my routine and it became more natural for me, I'd write make bed, shower, do my skincare routine. Like, I'd write those on my to-do list. Yes, it doesn't seem like something to do, but it really is, and it's great to get across something off. And so I definitely recommend doing stuff like that. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is location. So some people, you want to be in one location. There's one location that works for you. Other people get bored with one location. They need to move around to stimulate their brain. I used to work really well in bed. I loved working in bed. It was comfortable for me and easy, and I liked that feeling. Now I love to work at my desk, and I might go back to my bed at some point. Sometimes I just need to, like, every now and then change just a little bit to help me. For me, I need to be in, like, my own space to really get a lot of work done. I can't be in a public space. It's too stimulating for me, and I will get distracted and I will feel uneasy, and I'll just feel everything happening around me. So I think figuring out, one, if you need to be in one consistent location, or if you work better by switching your location up, be it every week, every month, every year, or just when you get that feeling. And also figuring out, do you work best in a more public place? Do you work best in a very quiet, private space, or somewhere in between? And just work with yourself, because it can be hard to stick to a routine and getting stuff done when you're not in a space that feels welcoming and open to that. So I hope that this is helpful for you guys. I know that these things have been really great for me and helping me succeed in keeping and maintaining a routine. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know any other videos you'd like to see. I will see you guys next week. Bye!